Be advised, mature content ahead. This podcast is brought to you ad-free thanks to the Legion of Demons at patreon.com/NOTLP. If you like what you hear, there's much more at patreon.com/NOTLP. Join the Legion. That's patreon.com/NOTLP. And now the show.
How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Guapo, give me kisses. You go, your boy. This is Kelley. It's Night Living Podcast. Hello, babies. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
It's that time again. Feels like it's been 1,000 years since we've done a feedback news show. So I'm trying to remember who everybody is, but Freddy is here next to me.
That's me.
Amber is over there.
Amy.
Oh, right. Sorry. And then
silly boy.
Randy.
Hi.
Randy's here.
Randy Chung.
Randy Chung.
Sounds like a newscaster.
Yeah.
Welcome. Last week of Feb. Mm-hmm. Last full week of Feb coming up here.
And a leap day coming up.
Leap year.
What are you guys gonna do for your extra day?
Was the Olympics supposed to happen this year?
No.
I don't know.
Is
Summer
it the summer?
I'm not.
Yeah,
They
20
forgot. The
Okay.
person who was in charge of it was like, oh my God, it's my year to do the Olympics.
Oops. They're going to throw it together real fast. Try to turn it in like half done and hope they just get partial credit.
Freddie is angry because Amy didn't do her origins. I didn't do mine last week.
I'll
not
do it
angry.
later.
Am I angry? Do I come off as angry right now?
Yes.
Perturbed, let's put it that way.
Really?
Like Millie grumbling down there right now.
Millie is grumbling. She's something else.
Yeah, she wants her origins into Amy.
I am not angry.
Oh, so we're gonna get a.
I'm running this monkey farm now, Frankenstein, and I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time.
Exactly.
I'm asking.
Wasting it.
With your time, I'm asking. Are we excited about Summer Olympics? I didn't know. I'm so excited. I love Summer Olympics.
I love all the Olympics. I am. I probably will end up not watching any of it because I don't watch a lot of stuff now, but I am. I love the Olympics.
Some are excited.
I love the running.
I like the gymnastics.
I like the gymnasties and
You call them the gymnasties?
oh, I just did now
Is it because of the
funny.
butts and stuff?
Well, now it is.
Yeah.
But
It's like
initially it was just wordplay, but now that you reminded me about all that,
it's like a play on. It's like Garbage Pail Kids or something. They're like
Gymnasty.
really ugly gymnasts.
Garbage Pail Kids comes up in our news today.
Oh my God.
Casters and
No,
listeners.
synergy. Mm-hmm. And I just put my fingers together.
You did.
It was like
Synergy.
you had a moment of psychic ability.
So do we have 4 months of news to present to the listeners?
We have so much news.
Has
I
it
do
been
have
that
a
long?
I don't know.
We haven't
knows?
done one in a while.
It's been at least 6 weeks,
Yeah.
right? 7 weeks.
So how is everyone's February going? I mean, of course, if you've been listening, you've been hearing how our February has been going.
It's been great.
Yeah, we went to Disney World and that was fantastic.
It's good.
Other than that, life as usual.
Yeah.
Amy mailed Jeremy shirt. Just kidding.
I put it in Freddie's car with the intention of mailing it one day this week, but it didn't happen.
But we have Todd's shirt and
And
pen.
at this point,
Yeah.
I don't know that I wanna.
She just wants
I
to.
don't like everybody's little jokes at my expense.
I think it's
and I
great.
don't know how this landed on me.
I don't know.
You said you'd do it?
I did say I would have taken it last week, and you said no.
She's like, no, I can handle it.
No.
No.
You're like the Barclay of our enterprise, Amy.
And poor Jeremy's just sitting shirtless in his house.
Poor,
Yes.
he can't leave.
He's so
freezing.
cold right now.
He's been let
can't-
go from his job because of.
He can't go into
no
convenience
shirt.
stores because they say no shirt, no shoes. No service?
And in a weird twist, we also have his shoes.
We're real bastards. Like
We hid them when he was here last.
So he
as
just
a joke, and then just never gave them back.
So all he does is wear shorts or pants.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I'm sure you have other shirts, Jeremy. I've seen you wear them.
Nope. He decided to get rid of all his shirts because this is gonna be my only shirt now.
It's really important that we all remember who started this problem, and that would be Andy, because he mailed him the wrong shirt size. And I just want to share the blame.
Well, there's plenty of blame to go around for some
Thank
people,
you.
but sure.
I accept responsibility, but once the buck has been passed from me to you.
But then you were gonna mail it too that one day, and you didn't do it.
Oh, that's right. Because when then she
You
said
son of a
no,
bitch.
you said you would.
Attack Andy! Deflect!
Freddie, how does it feel to be good?
it's exhausting.
Yeah, right.
All right, this day has already started with Freddie telling all of us how great Kelley is, because Kelley looks at the schedule
Look at this guy over here.
to listen to his origins.
I check the
time.
calendar every week.
He checks the show
To see if he
calendar.
has to listen to the intro.
I was very relieved to see that it was Amy's week. I was like,
I'm
"Oh,
calling
am I-"
HR.
I was like, am I coming up? No, not yet.
And you were probably thinking, well, Amy's got it because Amy has it under control.
I mean,
She's
What
a very
made you think
responsible
that?
person.
What made you think that?
Well, I didn't think that.
But she is going to do it. She
I
said
appreciate
she's
that.
going to do it later.
I had zero expectations of all I cared about was that it wasn't my week, and then I didn't care what happened.
Freddie just waved a fist in Amy's direction. He's
It
like, you're
wasn't-
going to do
yeah.
it.
He
was-
said, "Why I oughta
It was a dismembered fist.
Yeah, you were gonna go straight to the moon.
to the moon with me."
Pousing.
I need to put another shelf in here
So, why?
to put my Nautilus and my Mondoids on.
Okay.
I'm just going to
Put one right here.
Probably going to do that.
Oh, listeners, we can put one right there.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy? What do you think?
You think all the listeners looked over?
Weigh in on that, listeners. Why don't we could take a poll? Is that the right spot?
But we're not gonna show it to you.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
I pointed right at it. Look, I'll do
did.
it again. It's right there.
Right there.
Yeah, listeners, like go in your mind's eye
Christ Jesus.
and look for a blank space.
Do I
That's
have
where
to
the shelf
fucking
is
take
going
a
to go?
picture
No.
and show you?
Let's do it.
Jason.
Let's all visualize it.
Yeah. If
And-
we visualize hard enough, maybe it'll just happen.
And then you listener, you close your eyes and
You
attempt to
listener.
receive the visualization, and then draw it and send it to us. And whoever
Gets it right.
I'll send you Jeremy's shirt.
Yeah.
But I never will.
She'll promise to send you Jeremy's
Yeah,
shirt.
and then it'll be your responsibility to mail Jeremy his
and
shirt.
then,
And then it's
and then
your
Andy
fault.
will say he'll send it.
Yeah.
And then and
I just would just
If
like
you're
to
a
die.
patron, I'm making a lens of these Mondoids that I'm in love with because I took them out of the package.
with a Mondoid.
I am a big fan of taking them out of the package.
Me
All your
too.
toys. Play with your toys.
I don't ever leave anything. If I buy something fun like that, I always want to display it. I have a display shelf, and I don't collect a lot of things, but when I do, I like to take them out of the box. I do keep the boxes sometimes if they're nice, like Funko. I have all my Funko boxes.
Yeah.
It's just easier to dust boxes than toys with nooks and crannies.
I don't disagree with you.
I don't dust my toys.
And that's one way of doing it.
I don't do shit.
You know, speaking of Funko Pops, I was looking at the Star Trek selection out in the world because I'm a big old Trekkie right
Yeah,
now. Or
right.
Trekker. I don't know what we're supposed to call it. I prefer Trekkie because I think it's just funner.
You just call yourself a star.
I'm a star. And there's no Captain Sisko.
There's no Cisco?
I couldn't find one on the internet.
Is there a Cisco, the thong song guy?
Yes, Andy, that's what I'm referring to.
Just put like a one of those Star Trek emblems on him, and then Captain Cisco.
And there's no Quark. I couldn't find a Quark or a Sisko.
There's no. Are there other DS9s?
Well, I mean, there's a Worf, but that's because he
But
was
I
on
mean,
Next Gen.
specific to DS9.
Not that I could find.
So maybe there's just a whole series
Specifically?
missing.
Unless they made them and they don't make them anymore, but I looked everywhere.
Did you look on eBay?
Did you really want
Yeah,
it?
I Googled.
Then it doesn't exist.
Is Cisco the one you're after?
I wouldn't mind a Sisko or a Quark. Mm-hmm. Your girl wants a Quark.
Which one's Quark?
Ooh, an Odo would look
He's
real
a
weird.
Ferengi.
Is he the one with the ears?
Yeah,
Yeah, he runs the
lobes.
bar.
What about a Rom? You think
A
he'd be
Rom. A Nog.
A Nog. Oh, R.I.P.
Fake
Love
leg.
Nog.
I know. He was the first Ferengi in Starfleet Academy.
That's right.
Shut up. Anyway,
Did you feel like Captain Sisko was a bit of a dick about that at the beginning when he wanted his letter of recommendation?
but then Nog gave this amazing speech. And
No,
it was
I know.
really
It was really
stirring.
great.
And I
Agreed.
think that Sisko's a bit of a dick
Yeah.
to everybody at first.
Well, he's an Ahab. He's a
yeah.
He's an
not-
Ahab.
He's a Captain Ahab. He's
Yeah.
a crazy.
Who's this white whale?
Oh, I think later there is a white whale. Like I think,
literal one?
Well, no,
Space
but
whale?
I think there's some kind of Moby Dicky story that happens.
Moby Dicky?
Yeah,
Well, I guess-
he's wearing a Moby Dicky.
Dicky Mobes.
Dicky Mobes.
You went to the Funko Holy Land, right?
I did
I wonder if
in Everett, Washington.
I wonder if I went there,
I didn't. Well, maybe
they would have what I want.
they have a lot of pops. I was surprised I didn't see because they have other figures, and I didn't really see any of the other style figures there.
Right.
I was looking for some of the action figures, but they do. Yeah, pops out the butthole.
The butthole, you say?
Yeah, there's Married with Children pops there, and
Yeah, I can get fucking Married with Children.
Murder Children.
Fucking one of the just the worst best television shows ever. Mm-hmm. I can't get a Cisco or a Quark.
Well, it's high time they put out a
Right? I'm demanding it right
series.
now.
Do they have Voyager characters?
I think there's a Janeway.
Are you fucking serious?
Well,
You
she's
can't. You at least do captain/commanders if you're not gonna.
yeah, agreed.
Really, all they'd have to do is a Cisco, Quark, and Odo, or
Right.
Cisco, Quark, and Kira.
Yeah. Is this? I mean, I'm not asking for a Dr. Bashir. Okay.
I mean, I'm not trying to be fucking.
Listeners, is this real obnoxious? I have my Scully pop, which I looked for a long time and finally found at Horror Hound Weekend, and that made me happy. And I'm just trying to beef up my nerd stuff on my desk at work.
Alise has a very nice. She has a nice Laura Palmer.
Ah, yes,
It's
yes,
nice to
yes.
find those ones that sort of represent you.
Yeah, where you can have these like things on your desk that show that you're not just a person that makes spreadsheets all day.
You actually like a thing.
I'm a person with an imagination, with a fandom. I'm a straight up motherfucking nerd, yo.
I have a great Godzilla pop. It's very big.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's bigger than the others.
Well, it's Godzilla.
Yeah, it needs to be.
Yeah.
A swollen pop.
Andy, do you have any pops?
Got a bunch of pops.
Are they mostly Toy Story?
I call them sodas, actually.
Oh my god.
Do we? How many pops do you own, Amy?
I just have the one I have
Just
Scully.
and Forky. I bought
Oh
you
yeah,
Forky.
you bought me Forky. I forgot I have a Forky.
There was this really weird like Disney on Ice ad or something that was in my Instagram feed, and it was Woody doing like a spin, and he was holding Forky, but it was like a Forky. It wasn't like another performer. It was just a big Forky.
It's just a big fork.
And it was like on a loop, but it was only like half the spin. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
It was like
So he just kept like turning halfway and then popping back and turning
Yeah.
halfway and popping back. and
yeah,
turning-
just enough for his face and Forky's face to kind of swing into frame, and then it would go back.
Oh, it wasn't a well thought out gif.
It wasn't, and plus the actor who was playing Woody was like,
Fat.
no, that'd have been great though.
All right. I was
He's just
hoping.
very like, he looked like a porcelain doll. Even, I mean, it's like, just because you're playing a doll doesn't mean you have to cast a doll.
It doesn't.
Yeah, he looked like
He's a very
Like is he made up like Stuart from Mad TV
Yeah.
in the cowboy outfit?
Yeah, but like imagine him if he were a Russian orphan and he was malnourished.
Oh yes, even better.
he seems very fragile. That's a very dangerous sport to be in
It is.
when you're fragile.
Truly.
Where did I recently read, or did somebody send me?
Maybe he has unbreakable disease.
It was an article
It's impervious.
by
to
like one of the
everything but water.
writers or producers of Toy Story 4 saying that they had this character, Forky, but they didn't know what to name him. And the guy asked like his 4-year-old
Fork
son.
face?
Fork face. The son wanted to name him Fork face, and he's like, well, obviously we couldn't do that. That's funny.
The implications.
Yeah.
The optics on that aren't great, Skippy.
Try again, you
The
loser.
implication.
He slapped his son across the face and said, we're gonna wash your mouth out
He's like,
with soap.
I'm disappointed in you,
Yeah.
son.
Fork face. Are you fucking kidding me, kid? Are you forking kidding me?
They should make like it's like the one genre they haven't spoofed in the Toy Story movies is like the raunchy teen sex comedy.
Yeah.
And they could have like Forky's Revenge.
Forky's Revenge. Oh
And,
yeah.
it would be great. And he could be him and his buddies are like, we're gonna get laid.
And poke little holes in like all the girl toys boxes.
Yeah.
And, like, go up and look at them when they're toy showering. I'm just trying to think of Porky's type stuff. You know?
Yeah. They're like, they don't have any anatomy.
That's another movie I've never seen.
I've never seen any of the Porkies.
Oh, well, we're going to have to fix that. Porky's is pretty great.
Is the pig in there?
The pig is on the sign at the restaurant bar place.
That's all, folks. I can't do that.
You need Porky's.
I love to eat some pork.
Yeah.
Dead ass, though. Right?
Is that what we call ass?
Porky's.
I'm looking for some.
Hey, honey, you want me to
Porky's.
slather some sauce on your Porky's?
No. That's a great way to get a yeast infection.
Yeah.
It's a great way. If you're gonna do it,
It's my favorite.
it's a great way.
And if it's spicy, then I'll burn real bad.
I love to see Martha
vinegar
Stewart
based?
or someone like that. I don't know who the new Martha Stewart is, but just come out.
The pioneer woman.
Today we're going to talk about a great way to get a yeast infection that involves pork butts, not pork butts, and barbecue sauce all over your ass.
I can't wait to see her demonstrate that, just slathering barbecue sauce on
All over her
pork.
ass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Martha Stewart.
At least it's homemade. She probably makes her own barbecue sauce, just smear on her ass.
Wouldn't it be
Barbecue
great if
sauce.
she went insane and just did shit like that? But because she's so rich and her show still made money, like nobody made her stop.
So there's something I think you'll possibly get a kick out of here.
No kicks. I don't get kicks.
We did not record Night of the Comic on Wednesday, but I wanted you to know why.
Yeah.
And this
No
made-
excuses.
Yeah. So, all right. I checked in with Jason and Dave.
Freddie just went to excuses.com to find.
Yeah. On Wednesday. This is the best excuse I've ever received from anyone. It's like just including Jason in case there's a chance he can record tonight. Jason has not been able to for professional and personal obligations right now are keeping him overscheduled. But I said, "Are you still interested, Dave?" Dave says, "Shit, I'm actually enrolled in a real life Mario Brothers obstacle course for a chance to be one of the first people to go to the Mario theme park in Japan this evening."
Oh.
No joke.
Going to the Mario theme park that evening, or he's involved in that this evening?
It was that evening. He was in the obstacle course with
I was like, likely story.
Yeah, it's totally real though. He sent me pictures and they're pretty
Did
hilarious.
he have to jump up and hit boxes with his head?
Yeah, they basically had a whole course. And Dasu Mario, who was on Night of the Comic with us, who was a super New Yorkie guy, I immediately just knew he was involved. I said, "Is Dasu Mario doing this with you too?" And he's like, "Yeah." He even has like a whole outfit. He had like a hat and the big white hands.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Well, I feel like if you don't show up like that, you shouldn't win. Like, I feel like everyone who didn't show up like that, like he wouldn't even have to do the course if he was the only one.
So a Mario themed theme park.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of?
You fall down tubes. You get eaten by plants.
It's very dangerous.
It's going to be great. It's like a very Disney-esque. It's Universal, right?
I imagine there's like a Mario Kart like racetrack.
Oh
thing.
yeah. Okay.
I'd like it to be Michael Bay's Mario World, so there's like real fireballs flying everywhere.
Do you remember there was a great old Onion article?
That's awesome.
That was like workplace complaints from Mario.
No.
Because of how dangerous his work environment was, and it was like all OSHA complaints and stuff. It was pretty great. But
People kicking turtle shells all over the place. You trip over them and fall.
I feel like if Mike could have been there, Mikey B. This is something I could see him also being a part of.
Yeah.
He would have trained for 6 weeks for it.
Oh yeah.
Probably. I was just like, I'm tired, or I'm like, it's cute, but I'm not going to run an obstacle course.
No, I like the
personally.
idea of it. I'd watch people.
I would
do
love
it.
to watch other people. Like we ended up wrapped up in this whole show. It was a sporting event thing when we were on a trip recently when we were in Disney. I think it was the slippery stairs competition.
Oh, it was the college kids climbing up the
Slippery
the
stairs.
inflatable thing, and they were all like in.
Well, it was a staircase, right?
What is the name of the show?
Slippery Stairs.
Oh.
That was what it was called. It was called the Slippery Stairs College Tour or something.
I just remember they had nice shapes.
It's just easy.
Yeah, and they were just squirting, and the people at the top had like super soakers full of lube, basically.
Yeah.
And they were just shooting off these big ropey strands of this lube all over these college students who are trying to climb up. Mm-hmm. And the female competitors are all like laughing and having fun together and just getting all
Luby.
And then the male competitors were like really trying to win, and it took all the fun out of it.
As per usual.
I was like, well, you guys, why can't you have fun?
Yeah.
You guys got to be so...
Just get lubed up and roll around with each other.
You know, no giggling hardly.
Why...
Men don't giggle. Sorry.
How is Nintendo...
But they do. Real men do.
And like Wipeout, agreed. I giggle all the time. How has Nintendo and Wipeout not gotten together to create a Mario obstacle course TV show?
Yeah.
I'd
Like
watch
Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, I'd watch the shit out of
chubby
that.
Italian guys.
Well, yeah. Or like you just dress up like a chubby Italian guy.
It's a very specific demo that's running the obstacle course.
Yeah. It only airs in New Jersey.
Yeah.
But there's so many levels they could choose from. Like you could go on and on. There's so many different courses you could do from Mario games.
You really could.
Yeah.
How do you warp?
TM this shit? Well,
What
I'll
happens
tell you
when
how-
someone falls in lava?
Well, they're disqualified.
When they
It's
melt.
not real lava.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's just
red
Just red water.
It's just
Do they
boiled-
stomp on
it's
turtles?
Tomato soup.
Yeah.
They have fake turtle. They have big. You're gonna have these big. This is how you get your opponents. You have these big fake turtle shells with real slippery bottoms or wheels on them. You kick them around, and
Yeah. I like it.
I'm gonna pitch this.
You know what? This might have been part of that obstacle course. Maybe they just need to make. Maybe we should go to YouTube and look up people competing on this obstacle course.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then just make a playlist, and then it's like we've got what we
Right.
just wanted.
Why
Freddy.
Why haven't I watched
Freddy.
this yet? I've known about it. Yes.
Kelly was about to explain how you would warp in this situation, and you interrupted.
Because I was trying to cover for him. There's no way you can warp.
There is a way you can warp.
He said he knew.
So
Okay.
So there are tubes.
Yeah.
And there are secret. So in Mario 1 to warp, you have to go and run through. You have to realize you can go through the bricks and then go to that extra place. So if you find you can push and touch on all the things, you're gonna have. There's gonna be some kind of fake thing when you're gonna push the bricks and you're gonna realize they move. And you go up and you follow the little tunnel, and it takes you to a secret warp area.
A shortcut. What if they're water slides? All the pipes?
Well, that's the thing. So then you go to the warp area, you find
Yes.
the pipes, you go in a pipe, and if you water slide to another area.
Yes. Yes.
But then you're in that water world and you drown because there's no actual end to it.
Are there toads in this? Like the little mushroom guy who gives you prizes to
Yeah.
help you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you actually get a magic mushroom and get bigger somehow?
No.
Is that just hallucinogens? in the course, it's just hallucinogens.
It increases your hit points.
Okay.
You get so many
Yeah.
you get so many hits.
You get a helmet.
And when you find a mushroom, it increases your hit points by 2.
All right.
Done and done. You're welcome, world. You
Yeah,
got
if-
this shit.
If you get a flower, you get little tennis balls that look like fire, and you throw them at people's faces.
This is well thought. This is not something you just came up
I'm making
with.
it up as I go.
You've not stewed on this
But
from
amazing.
childhood?
No, I
that
didn't
you
even think
figured
about
it
it
out.
until this.
Do you remember, was it Gyromite, the weird game that came with Robbie the Robot or
Yeah.
whatever it was?
I never got to play it, but I remember them advertising it.
You're pretty intrigued, right? Because you're like,
Yeah.
the robot helps you.
I always my friend had the robot, but I
Yeah.
never got to see it because it was like one of those selfish kids that
who
doesn't want you to play with anything
but
they own.
The kids who had the robot always bitched about the robot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, give it to me.
Well, there was
And they're
always
like,
in a
well, I don't
corner.
want to give it to you.
That's what I used to ask my friends.
I'm like, you hate it.
They would stop playing with it. They hated their Star Wars toys. They were so over.
Yeah.
They were so
Andy, what are you doing
abundant
up to
in Star
lately?
Wars toys.
Just because
they
you
wouldn't
hate-
play with them, and I would say, "Can I have them? I really would love and
I would
cherish them."
I would appreciate it. I
And
would
they'd
even
be
pay you
like,
for it.
No.
Just because you hate something doesn't mean you have to give it away.
You're like, I'll give
But
you my
why wouldn't
Swatch.
you though? That's the thing. Why wouldn't you? If I have something that I hate,
Yeah.
or I don't want anymore, and someone is like,
Like your ex-wife.
"Can I have that?"
Like my ex-wife.
Yeah, I would.
For example.
I'd give her to anybody that wanted her. We haven't found one yet, but that's okay. Anyway, it's just a weird selfishness.
Yeah.
I don't want this, but I don't want you to have it either.
All right, Bernie Sanders.
I'm not into it.
How you going to pay for it?
So Kelly,
1% of the
Actually-
gamers control 99% of the Robbie the robots.
Kelly's very socialist about this. He's redistribute.
Well, it wasn't called Robbie the Robot, was it?
No, it wasn't, but it.
It's very important that you get it
It
right.
had a name though, right?
Slobby the robot.
That's what it was. It was Slobby.
It was Slobby the Nobby. I don't remember.
Slippery Stairs, I think.
Ricky the robot.
You guys got a new robot.
Raoul.
It was Jorf.
Oh, we did, and I don't know where it is right now.
You got a Jabberjaws.
It its battery was almost dead, and it's not on its dock. It's hidden somewhere in this house.
They have a
hiding
shark.
from you.
They have a shark that's patrolling the
Yeah.
seas out there in the living room.
Yeah, because
The
the house is
dog
so
hair.
hairy, and Amy gets mad when I vacuum. She's like, "It's so loud."
God!
Trying to watch Housewives, and I'm like, "I'm trying to make this home livable," and
Okay.
you're like, "Give me another drink."
No.
That's exactly what happened, and you know it.
Like a
don't-
housewife.
I don't
So
want to
the-
continue the argument,
No,
but I
me
will
neither.
say, Freddie the other day is like, I want to buy this $500 shark Roomba thing.
$440 because I found a price match.
And I was like, dude, that's a lot of money. And he's
It
like,
is a lot of money.
well, do you want to vacuum more? And I'm like, why is the choice spend $440 or I have to vacuum more?
Because I was vacuuming my share.
oh my God.
I sucked up all the bits I left.
Don't
all
get
the
married,
bits.
kids. Just don't.
Amy, think of all the black eyes you're not going to get. now.
I guess. This is great.
Is it
This
worth
great?
Is it worth $440 not to put makeup on every day to cover your black eye?
You're right.
Andy's got a dark streak.
This is a dark day.
He's got a darkness in him. All right, you guys want to move on to news?
Let's move on the news.
You're the one.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
What?
I was
Just a minute.
That was perfect.
I was just gonna say hi to the patrons
Yes.
and just say thanks for listening. And do you have any patron? You usually say a patrony thing before we move to the next.
I
section.
usually, well, I didn't actually even say patreon.com/NOTLP.
Yeah.
The last thing
I remembered. I'm on fire.
You are on fire.
Again, Kelly's the model employee.
Oh my God.
That me and Amy
This is the
should
first time
aspire
it's ever
to.
happened in my life.
I
Do you
just,
feel bad about yourself, Andy?
I just threw some lenses out there of our unboxed Mondoids, the ones that are here, and
I'll take pictures of
besides
mine.
that,
You should
should.
you should post them on the group, and I'll post mine on the group that you got me.
right.
If you weren't listening last time, we talked about it. If we ever talked about it, they got me Mondoids as well.
Yeah, take a picture of where they are. We'll put them on
Christmas.
Instagram.
I will.
I just want Kelly to know that me and Amy gossip behind your back because you're the boss's pet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
That's
Kelly,
cool.
Freddie
but-
is fostering a very competitive environment in this
It's not my management style, but I guess it's one.
Kelly and I
Well,
have
my
a tea time.
My
at
increased
about an hour.
paychecks don't care about gossip.
We're not supposed to talk about salaries.
Well, Adam hates everything. Tells you that you should because
I know.
you're right.
That's
really
where the
should.
power lies. And then you said earlier, to remind us to wish a happy birthday to our friend Shayna.
Shayna, happy birthday, girl.
Yeah, happy birthday.
birthday to you.
Thank you for being our friend. Happy birthday. For you know the song.
And
Mrs. Shayna Reed.
Jeremy, we'll get that shirt out
Oh
to
my
you.
God.
Lindsay Buckingham.
Yeah.
And also Todd Pompa, your shirt and pen will be out soon, and Nikki, your pen. All these things will come to you.
Know that this is difficult for me,
For what reason?
and so just be cool.
All right. Now,
I hate you
are you ready
so
for some
much.
news?
Yes.
I think we're ready for some news, man.
Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
The people it kills get up and kill.
Remember, human beings are their food.
Oh, holy meatballs! I gotta get some fucking reading glasses.
Oh,
I find like lately I've been like
Grandpa Kelley.
one eyeing it and holding things out like this.
they call him One Eye.
So Taika Waititi and Judy Law are they are teaming up for a Showtime horror comedy called The Auteur.
Cheer.
And let's see what they say about that. Showtime, that's a channel on cable.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, they're developing a series that is a whole lot of fun. It says.
Go.
Well, I'm sorry. The article actually says it has the potential, and I'm reading this. You know, I don't make the news, or
Verbatim.
I just look it up. But I can enlarge it. That's good. Never mind.
Oh, you guys, he figured out how to
All
zoom
right.
in on his phone.
Good job, Grandpa.
Well, sometimes websites don't.
You're being a real Linda in the office right now.
Sometimes websites don't.
Don't.
You can't always increase the text
Okay,
with this,
sir.
but this one you can.
I look like I stink, but I don't.
So anyway, the article I'm reading says it has the potential to be a whole lot of fun. So, take that for what it is. It's the series is called The Auteur, and Showtime has ordered a script for multiple episodes. So I guess This is early.
Showtime has nothing for me, but now they have something I'm intrigued I'm intrigued in. Am I okay?
I
should go back.
Did you have a stroke?
I might have.
Here's the synopsis. I guess is there a graphic novel? So it's based on a graphic novel. All right, here we go. No, it's based on a graphic novel by Britney Spears.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
good for her.
Rick Spears.
I wish it was Britney.
She's so multi-talented.
Pickle Rick Spears.
Dirty James Callahan.
Pickle Spears for short.
And Luigi Anderson Mario. Just Luigi Anderson.
Oh, okay.
There's no Mario at the end of that. I just wanted to play with their names. The auteur is a twisted romance and a glamorous high-wire act of biting satire. The graphic novel centers around a film producer who, desperate to make a great horror movie after a massive bomb, accidentally traps the production on a backlot with a serial killer.
Oh, dear.
Hugh, you can also go to the description of the... Oh, there's more.
You sound so disappointed. Oh, there's more.
It's basically just a longer version of that.
So it's a graphic novel that Taika Waititi is adapting for Showtime.
And Judy
as a
Law
television.
has signed on to star and will be executive producing.
Who's Judy Law?
Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Judy Law.
I don't like Jude Law. This is a conundrum for me.
Well, it's fine because this is Judy Law.
Yeah.
So he's not playing a pope in this.
He's not a pope.
Okay. Are you sure? I think he only does that now.
He plays the pope?
He's a pope.
He's on the, what is it called? The other pope or the two popes?
The pope down the street.
Pope on
Pope
a rope?
and Poper.
The Popers?
I think it's Pope on a rope.
Yeah. The Prince and the Poper.
Yeah.
Pope the Vampire Slayer.
Pope and Ain't Easy?
Pope Trek.
Two dope queens. Two Pope queens.
Two Pope girls?
Two guys, a girls, and a Pope.
The Big Pope Theory. Stupid.
Everybody popes.
Everybody loves the Pope.
Oh, boy.
Not everybody. Not all the molested kids.
Well, shit.
Good point. Good point.
So,
I'm crying.
The new Pope. Who's that Pope?
who's that Pope?
It's Jess.
That is a show, right? The new Pope?
Yeah.
Oh, how...
Actually, it might be.
We got a skit together where it's Zooey Deschanel as Jude Law as the Pope.
I love it.
Hanging out with Jake. But just the cast, the new girl.
The Pope has a little ukulele. He's so quirky.
I think that would be hilarious. So someone at Showtime, someone who works at Showtime named Amy Israel.
I heard she's not.
She doesn't. You know what though? She's always
Two-faced.
She's always getting in scrapes with Jenny Palestine.
She keeps it real.
Oh God.
She keeps it Israel.
Israel.
She says the auteur unites the wildly imaginative filmmaker Taika. Oh, it's hyperbole. Okay. Well, anyway,
hyperbole threw me off.
we'll look at that when it comes out.
Okay.
Let's move on. Let's move on to more news that I have.
Oh my God, I'm like,
Where the fuck is my reading
crying
list?
over
All right, here we go.
okay.
I gotta go to my reading list.
Oh my goodness.
So this is cool. Y'all, I know Freddy does. Do you remember Grizzly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that there was a sequel shot for Grizzly? Like a whole sequel. It had George Clooney in it, Charlie Sheen, Laura Dern, all before they were anybody.
Really?
Yeah. And it got lost.
It was misplaced?
It was misplaced. Somebody put it in a closet somewhere in a shoe polish box.
They filed it under B for bear.
Yeah.
And no one could find it.
And they were like, where did we put Grizzly 2? I looked all through the G's. I looked all through the 2's.
Well, if it's not in the G's or the 2's, I don't know what to tell you.
So anyway, they made a fucking sequel in, let's see, the first one came out in 76. So in 83, they made a sequel, and Andre Zotz, that's SZOTS, I think that's what that says, was directing, and that sequel was not finished due to funding issues. And then there was problems between the producers. So it's just been sitting there doing nothing and being shitty and like not having a release or any good prints. But they fucking found one. They found a good print, and this person named
John Spaghetti Johnson.
Oh, this is quite the name.
Normal.
Suzanne Sikos Nagy.
Okay.
Was able to find a clean and crisp digital transfer. I don't know. She just found it.
Yeah.
It was like a bootleg or something, probably. And so now.
Now the cast are working.
Oh, they shot some new footage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they shot some fucking new footage, and they finished the film. And
was it George Clooney throwing the Heart of the Ocean off of the bow of the ship? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I remember it like it was yesterday. The Grizzly 2 was after us.
It was the most erotic thing he'd ever experienced.
Yeah. I want you to grizz me like one of your bears.
Grizz?
But this is a direct quote from Suzanne Sikos Nagy.
Uh-huh.
She said, might be Nagy. I don't know. Nagy.
It could be.
We didn't want to make a 21st century movie when we looked at the footage. We wanted to keep it as original as possible to have an authentic American movie quality. I don't think she's from here.
Does she mean American movie as in like Coven?
Maybe. Authentic American movie quality from the 80s.
Yeah.
Something that was missed or lost and found later on to attract enthusiastic cult lovers. With the casting power and the existing entertainment value with a big bear. This is what she said. We believe the movie will resonate with today's audience. What you just said, ma'am, was we don't want a movie for today's audience. We think if we make this as 80s and old looking as possible, this will resonate with today's audience.
We put old Pepsi commercials in the middle of it.
Which is fun. I do like shit like that.
We there's at least 2 or 3 Rubik's products throughout the film, including the Rubik's chain.
The Rubik's chain.
The Rubik's chain. Remember Rubik's triangles?
Mm-hmm. They're hard.
They were in the cartoon too.
Yeah. Oh, the Amazing Rubik's Cube cartoon.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Is that true?
Yeah. They were on a train.
Was it actual Rubik's Cube, the character?
No.
Rubik's Cube, well, it was a magic Rubik's Cube.
Well, it was magic, but
Gypsies had it, and it like fell in the opening credits. It falls off their gypsy wagon, and some kid finds it.
But
right?
yeah, but I don't think the cube talks.
So it's like Hellraiser?
Are you sure it doesn't talk? 'Cause I feel like it had like, oh, I'm a Rubik's Cube.
I'm not sure. I don't think it had a face or anything. It might have been. It might have communicated. I don't remember.
He used a chalkboard.
So they're making Grizzly 2 or
pushed
releasing
it around
it
in a
for you,
wheelchair.
motherfuckers.
And here's the synopsis. All hell breaks loose when a 15-foot grizzly bear, reacting to the slaughter of her kid by poachers,
Oh, it's like Jaws.
seeks revenge. Yeah, all these are. Well, actually, grizzly is described as Jaws with a bear, the original.
Bear Jaws.
But it's a pretty cool movie if I remember it correctly.
Hold up. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
No.
This is the Amazing Rubik's Cube intro.
On a mysterious night, Rubik's Cube appeared, bringing happiness. Rubik's Cube has changed everything in our lives. He's colorful, magical, lovable. Rubik, he's our friend.
It's got a face and little legs.
It does have a face? Okay.
And it can teleport kids around, make them fly like E.T.
Yeah, that I knew.
My name is Rubik.
There it is.
You did. Yeah. See, I didn't
How
remember
dare.
it very well.
That's awful.
You want to know why I remember that so well?
Why?
It's because for
Terrifying.
years, people did not believe me when I told them I used to watch the show. They're like, that didn't exist.
It's super
Before the internet. Now
Yeah.
the internet, I was like, every person that did that to me got an email from me when the internet came out.
I support that.
Came out.
I would have lost my
kept a list of
mind.
names.
Yeah, it was the first thing I did. I made a list that said for when the internet comes out. Mm-hmm. And then it had in parentheses, it said the Amazing Rubik's Cube.
That was number 1.
It was number 1, and there was a list of names.
What was number 2 on the list? of
No,
things?
number 2 is porn.
Good.
I've never seen Grizzly 1. Is
Oh,
it
we'll
worth
watch
my
it.
time?
No,
Yes.
we should
good.
we should
Okay.
make that happen.
All right.
It's fun. It's bear.
It's Jaws with a bear.
It's a bear.
So this bear seeking revenge for poachers killing her cub, and she kills anyone that gets in her fucking way. The 3 days before the major concert taking place in Yellowstone National Park, there's going to be a major concert, and whoever wins the concert gets a major award.
Fragile.
Yellowstone National Park, the gigantic grizzly bear has brutally attacked campers. Ron, played by George Clooney, Tina, played by Laura Dern, and Lance, played by Charlie Sheen. This is blowing my balls off. I'm just what?
Do you feel like one of them was behind the movie disappearing?
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, probably. I actually had that thought when I was reading this. I was like, I wonder how they feel about
Which
this.
one? Georgie Clooney's?
Interestingly, if it's Charlie Sheen, he's so pissed off about it.
I was about to say, if it's any of the three, I would say maybe Laura Dern. They all seem to have a sense of humor about the weirder stuff they've been in.
Yeah,
though.
I don't think that any of them will actually be bothered by this. Actually, Charlie Sheen will probably be excited to have a project.
And George Clooney was in the sequel to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So
Hey, and Laura Dern is America's sweetheart right now.
she's awesome. She is awesome.
She's the better Laura. I'm looking at you, Lenny. The fuck out of my life.
So, she fucking attacks those campers, a poacher, and a park ranger. Everybody that would be potentially in Yellowstone National Park. It's basically campers, poachers, and rangers.
Yeah.
Those are the character classes when you play Grizzly 2, the role-playing game. And the terror doesn't end there, folks. As the giant grizzly bear finds its way to the concert grounds to go on a killing spree and also get its jam on.
All right.
Yeah.
It loves fish. The band.
And the
Jam
salmon.
bands.
And salmon.
So I have nothing in common with this bear, I think.
So anyway, that sounds fun.
You know what would be great is I feel like at one of those concert festivals, a grizzly bear could probably pass for a long time as just a concert goer.
Definitely.
Before anybody realized what was going on.
I agree. You wouldn't even know. You'd just be like, that is one hairy hippie.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Sam Worthington?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jake Sully?
Jake Sully.
He had a moment, remember?
Yeah, he
was
did.
like every fucking where. Mm-hmm. And then he was nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, he's somewhere now.
Where is he?
He's in a movie.
He's right behind you.
He's sitting grizzly
He's right behind you.
Oh my God.
He's
Oh, Kelly lost him. Never mind what we said about Sam Worthington. He disappeared again.
Wow, he's really not doing anything. He's
Just look where you found Grizzly 2.
Did it take him that long to get his legs to, recover from the atrophy? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he really misses.
Remember the skinny little legs he had?
Yeah,
all the time?
I remember. Yeah, because he was in that chair and then he floated into our laps, and I was like, "Holy shit!
Yeah.
This movie's awesome!"
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like, "I don't think it was awesome," but I think the effects were.
Yeah.
The rides in fucking Disney World are goddamn amazeballs.
Let me tell you what. Let me pause for a second.
Yes,
just talk about
please.
Avatar for a second.
Yeah.
Sure.
The movie itself is goofy as shit.
It is, yes.
But I'm 100% in support of seeing it in the theater at least once.
Yeah. The 3D. Yeah.
It was
absolutely.
amazing. Remember how amazing it was?
It was really
Yeah.
amazing.
It was. And then, nobody could see past, the hardcore film fans. People who like technical stuff enjoyed it, but, the people who were really into film.
The story, too. The story wasn't good.
I mean, it was fine. It was a well-trod template.
When I say story, I meant the dialogue and most of the other details.
I mean, it's pretty goofy.
It looked beautiful.
But
Wait till you meet
pretty good.
It was an
the
experience.
scientist introducing you to the ride, Flight
talk
of
about
Passage.
dialogue.
This guy's like, and then then you're gonna go over here.
It's
Have
like
you
they
ever
were going
ridden
for
Flight
a
of Passage?
realistic thing with him, and
Then they got the poor man's Sigourney Weaver.
Jackie. Nurse,
Jackie Weaver.
not
Jackie
nurse.
Ogden, that's her
Dr.
name.
Jackie Ogden. The whole intro for the
story
Flight of
for this
Passage,
ride.
which is, if you've seen Avatar, you fly on the back of the Banshees.
Of the big bird things.
Yeah, in Disney they have this attraction where you ride them, you can feel
Ekron.
them breathing under
wow.
you. It's pretty amazing. You're flying and
Sounds
everything.
awesome.
It is really amazing. But there's this intro and this whole character in lieu of Sigourney Weaver, saying it's this very tough, your James Cameron type
She's very
of
tall.
Yeah, tough as nails.
tough as nails lady.
And she has very thin lips like Sigourney Weaver too.
And she has
She's
rope.
no nonsense.
She has rope on her shoulder at one point.
She's got some fucking science to do, bitch.
Yeah, she's not gonna let any old
Yeah.
anything stand in the way.
And
of
if
her
she's
science.
not in the sequels, if Dr. Jackie Ogden is not in the sequel movies.
I hope so. That'd be great.
Or the goofy ass scientist guy that says 3,000 times when he's introducing you to how to ride the fucking Banshee.
He's just stalling for time because there's a delay.
Yeah.
In the ride.
Those both need to be in those movies or I'm burning it all down.
Did we ever establish what happened to Sam Worthington?
So he is.
He's riding a Banshee.
I'm about to tell you. He's in a movie coming out that's something about whales versus sharks.
Oh.
And it's called Alphas. And Sam Worthington has signed on to star in it because he was
sci-fi
like,
movie?
He was like, why the fuck not? You know, sharks, whales, whatever.
Is it a tongue-in-cheek, like goofy thing, or is it like literally like a science movie?
Versus?
Well, let's discover together because, as you know, I don't read these ahead of time.
Yeah.
So someone named Hannah and Christopher Tuffin, that's two people. Someone's named Hannah and Christopher Tuffin.
You think you're real toughin', don't you, Christopher?
They came up with the story for this one, and Frank Hannah, I guess it's Frank Hannah, and Christopher Tuffin, he wrote a screenplay, and the Alphas, the synopsis was, a coastal community terrorized by a school of sharks. The townspeople decide the only way to deal with the man-eating threat is to unleash a damaged killer whale held for years in solitary confinement after it killed its trainer. This is ridiculous.
This is stupid.
It's like we're going to have to bring in the tough whale that has the eye patch. The eye patch whale needs to go out there. His name is Sid the whale.
And then Sam Worthington's character is an environmentalist who must convince the owner of a killer whale sanctuary to unleash the orca that nearly killed her in an attempt to drive away a spiraling great white shark population led by a fierce alpha shark.
God, I
think an environmentalist would just convince them to let it go because that's what you should do.
That's what you should do. Sometimes they say when they're in captivity, then they're all psychologically screwed up where they can't function. But I think the trainer should be just like a torso.
Could one?
He's like, I know it. I know. For $10,000, I got a whale voiced by probably someone like Chris Christopherson because it should talk, and it's got an eye patch. But I'll get it. I'll put it out there to fight your sharks for you.
Yeah, I'd like Lance Henriksen to walk in at the end and say something about the movie.
Yeah.
Can one orca fight off many great whites? Are they great white?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
A school of orca.
I was about to say though, there have been incidents of orca killing sharks.
Oh, they definitely do. But I think if you take this synopsis and you're like, we have one orca,
one fucked up orca,
and we have a school. I don't know.
But there should be a montage where they train that orca to use a weapon vest that they attach to it that has like guns and stuff on it.
But what if those are Dr. Evil sharks with freaking lasers attached to their heads?
Freaking sharks with freaking lasers attached to their heads.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna give the orca,
but the sharks aren't working with people. That's the advantage. That's where you show people and whales coming together to defeat the sharks who don't have the common. They don't have the friendship. And at the end, the whale's like,
I don't think orcas
I
do
could have
either.
never done it without you guys. And then they're like, we couldn't have done it without you, Blanky.
And he decides to stay in the park just because he loves them.
Because and he's like, I'm sorry I ate your arms and legs. And
they're like, well, we're sorry we kept you for so long and made you crazy.
Or the trainer.
I literally can't wait for this movie.
Has some sort of cybernetic attachment to the whale, and she uses the whale as her arms and legs.
Yeah.
They fight together.
Yeah.
Like an Avatar.
It's like a Mad Max Fury Road kind of situation, maybe.
This is from something called Sentient.
Sounds so dumb.
Yeah.
and Endurance Media.
Yeah.
It's being produced by Pierre Morel, not Paris. I don't even know why I said that.
I don't know either.
Pierre Morel.
I just hope the orca has a
relation to John.
A tattoo at least.
Yeah.
Oh, it says mom.
Like a jailhouse tattoo.
And then someone named Steve Richards.
It's a white whale supremacist.
Renee Tabb from Sentient. Jake Martin.
Are we still talking about the orca movie?
No, this is. Wait, this is it still?
Yeah, these are just names that are attached.
These are names.
You don't have to read who's the grip.
I like to read the names that they provide. They provide them for a reason, Amy. So here's something.
Here's some more names.
No, this is different news now.
Oh, okay.
You ever worry we're gonna be like laughing our asses off at some movie news, and then you get to the names, and there's like 3 or 4 people you know in there? And you're like,
No,
Good
here's
job,
the
guys.
thing.
good luck with your whale movie.
If I know you and like you and you're making this whale movie, good for you for getting a paycheck. But this
Right.
sounds terrible.
I would love to be involved with the armor design, though.
Well, maybe so if we know people, maybe we can make that happen.
If you need a script punch up.
So this is a callback to where I said I have news about something for you when you brought up Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, yes.
Our fucking L fucking Stein,
Oh, that guy.
according to the headline, takes on the Garbage Pail Kids this Halloween.
Intrigued.
So
Is he
Goosebumps and Fear Street author Mr. Robert Leonard Stein has signed a 3-book deal with Abrams Children's Books to bring us a middle grade series based on Garbage Pail Kids.
I'm in.
I guess.
I don't know if he has the gross out.
No, I
cred.
now that I've read this,
Yeah.
I revoke this.
Do you think he is really writing these anymore? All by himself?
Oh, it might just be a brand. He could just be a brand at this point.
I mean, Carolyn Keene, anybody?
I love R.L. Stein brand wipes.
Yeah.
They're
wipe
like
my butt.
Yeah.
Real nice.
They're spooky.
They're like,
But anyway, I'm with you on this. I don't think he's got the listen, R.L. Stein is whatever, but I don't think he's got the.
yeah, it's a very very wholesome style. Like the stuff that I know for sure.
Yeah, he's got a more Garbage Pail Kids shouldn't be wholesome. It's dangerous. That's why they were great. I just don't think it's right for this. I don't know.
R.L. Stein brand wipes. They always come away bloody. But it's not, your butt's not really bleeding. It's just, they're spooky.
It comes with it.
It's a fake chemical reaction to make you think.
But it isn't good for you though. I mean, it doesn't make your butt bleed, but it's definitely not good for you.
The chemicals are great.
You're
for
absorbing
your
things
skin.
into you.
It still gets me every time though.
I know. You're
I've
like,
been using them for months. I'm like, oh no. I should know that my butt's
I
not
like
bleeding.
the
but-
green slime version.
Oh, those are better.
So here is
Still cancerous.
my last bit of news.
Yes.
Bruce Campbell. You know him. You love him. Remember, he retired from playing Ash in any further Evil Dead related media.
Sure.
He said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not fucking doing that again. Now look at me. And he did that thing from Captain Phillips where he was like, look at me. Look at me. I'm not Ash any fucking more. Got it? And everybody was like, anyway,
I really regret they never made a limited edition
It's
Captain
going to
Crunch
star
box
as-
with his face on it.
It's too bad. What?
He's going to star as Ash in.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
But the new Evil Dead might be heading into production with him involved. So this says that, he's retired from playing, Ash, good old Ash. But that doesn't mean he won't do something else.
Sure.
And so it was announced a few months ago that a new Evil Dead movie is being made there. And
Make one of them their Evil Dead movies.
Sam Raimi, who is not coming to this horror hound now, but he was.
Oh, because of Doctor Strange too?
But he's postponed.
Aw.
Is he doing Doctor Strange too?
Yeah.
No fucking shit.
Yep.
Good for him.
I know,
And
right?
it's going to be a horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, well, good. That's what I wanted out of Doctor Strange. That's why I was excited he was coming into the MCU, because that's the only good thing about Doctor Strange.
Not the only good thing.
It's the best good thing about Doctor Strange.
You don't love Benny Comes? Benny Comes.
Your butt.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I love Benny Seabatch. Benny Comes.
Benny Comes.
I like that better than
I
Benny
like
Seabatch.
Benny Seabatch better.
I like Benny Comes because he got comes in it.
Oh, somebody did do it.
Oh,
Did what?
Nice.
The
Captain Phillips guy on a Captain Crunch. I'm
Yeah.
the captain now.
But anyway, but yeah, that was an unofficial bit of news, is that Sam Raimi was coming, but he's postponed due to filming. But postponed
Ted's still
is
coming, right?
Ted's still coming, and postponed is good. Usually, if someone cancels, they say canceled.
Right.
Right.
So that leads me to believe that he will
probably agreed to come to the next event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is awesome. Anyway, there's a new Evil Dead in the works, and Raimi is gonna give it to a young film director, unnamed as of yet. And
Little Billy Wilkinson, Portland, Oregon.
Exactly.
Today's your lucky day.
You are directing the new Evil Dead movie.
I've never directed a film before, Mr. Raimi.
This is why. A fan asked old Bruce if he'd be starring in another Evil Dead, and he said,
"I'm eating my dinner."
He reiterated that he was not ever going to play Ash again, but said, "We're producing more Evil Dead movies, maybe one later this year. Sam Raimi has handpicked the next guy to make another creepy Evil Dead. It just won't have Ash. Yeah, it is cool. There are more stories to tell, sir." That's what he said to that fan.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, okay. What are we talking about again?
Anyway,
where am I?
So Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell, news, Sam Raimi, whales.
Sharks.
Yeah.
Jake's Woolley.
Jake's Woolley.
Battlestar Galactica. So anyway, that's the news.
That is all the news you can use to lose.
All the news that's fit to skim.
Your booze. Fit to skim. That's all the news that Kelley can enlarge on his phone and read haltingly.
Yeah.
I need to get you an iPad with big, extra large letters on it.
But then I can't. Then they're too big, and then I still have.
No!
That's why I have to read it haltingly because, it's the letter. I'm progressing through the word.
I get you.
He's sounding it out.
Kelley's like in purgatory.
Yeah. Can't be too big. What are you, fucking Goldilocks over here?
Oh, the Rondos. What?
Oh, yeah.
I totally forgot. We've been nominated again for a Rondo.
Yeah.
And Horror Hound is in there a bunch too.
That's right.
So vote for all the cool things that you love on the Rondo ballot. And if you love us, please vote for us.
Yeah, and I'll probably throw this Rondo ballot that Nathan made, like a handy dandy
Nathan from Horror Hound.
Ballot that has all the Horror Hound categories, and he graciously included us in category 19 on their ballot. And I can share this to our Patreon page if you guys are interested in that, because you just copy and paste and you throw it back to the Rondo email account. Yeah, we also have some emails that came in through the website. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but Jenny.
Sorry, Jenny.
She's never heard that before.
Never.
Well, it's the way she spells it with 2 E's on the end, and I thought I would have to enunciate to do it justice. But it says, "Hey guys, I was wondering if any of you have seen the new Are You Afraid of the Dark miniseries? Would that be something you would be willing to discuss on the show? I'm curious what your thoughts are. Just something I was thinking about, so I thought I would ask. Hope you had fun at the Disney's.
We did.
And I'm looking forward to new episodes. Thanks. We haven't. I haven't.
I haven't either.
I've definitely
Where
not.
is it?
I've never heard of it.
It's on Nickelodeon. We don't have Nickelodeon, is why we haven't seen it. I was really excited to hear it was coming out.
I skipped over news that said that season 2 is already in production.
Oh, really? It's only like 3 episodes, maybe. It is a mini series, and it looks like, I guess there's an arc. The thing I really liked about the old series, and I was a little too old for it, but I still watched it because I babysat my cousin and she watched it, and then I was like, "Oh, this is like Twilight Zone. I'm in."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I'm just gonna watch this shit, and I'm gonna eat it up."
I never caught up to it.
It's fun. It's
If you go back to it now, it's not as good.
It's very corny.
It's like a campfire thing,
Yeah.
right? And they're
It's
sitting around
kids
telling campfire
yeah.
stories. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I remember.
This is a storytelling club, and they tell scary stories to each other.
Yeah.
And
In the dark.
huh?
In the dark.
Yeah, and I think it was Canadian.
Are you afraid?
The Midnight Society.
Yeah, the Midnight Society. But the thing I really liked about that was it was an anthology.
Mm-hmm.
I love anthologies because
Anthology's great.
if you don't like one episode, you get a whole different story the next one.
I am into that.
But that's you and your attention span. Freddie always prefers an anthology story.
That's true.
I
like a through line.
Fiction, I am the same. I prefer anthologies to novels.
Yeah, it's just real
for sure.
And I'm the other way. I like a serialized television show and a big old thick ass novel.
Ooh, she thick.
She likes
like
a novel with
thick.
girth.
Girthy.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Jenny. Yeah, unless I can easily get a hold of it, I'm not going to watch it because I don't steal television anymore.
Right, yeah, so we don't pirate things.
I mean, I never
there may
did.
be a Nickelodeon app.
They do, and the weird thing is the Nickelodeon app does not have this new series on it.
Oh.
You can buy. I think eventually I might just buy it just to cover it on the show. Could be fun.
I'm buying all these other streaming services.
But I do feel like that could be a lot of fun to discuss. in a future episode.
Can we not get it through my mom's cable password?
I don't know. Maybe
Nickelodeon.
Amy's like, we don't steal television anymore, but we will steal.
That's not stealing. She's paying for it.
I have cable.
Yeah, you do, Grandpa Kelly. Can't.
Well, it's only because they
needs his
won't take it
progressive
back.
lenses.
They won't take the cake. Here, I don't want it. And they're like, well, then you're going to get 4 pizzas.
Yeah, it's every time we try to get rid of it, they're just like, it's going to be $80 more if you get rid of it. But we'll give you $80 if you keep it.
So we do get a lot of, I'm sure, like most blogs and podcasts that cover genre stuff, we get contacted by a lot of PR companies and stuff. And also sometimes individual people involved with projects will email the show. We get a ton of those, and we don't really always get a chance to respond to them or check the stuff out. And
You're claiming my time.
And I always feel bad when someone takes the time to make a personal email and send it to us. And I'm like, I can't. But there are some pretty cool things sometimes we hear about this way.
No, yeah.
And one of them is this show called Ren, the Girl with the Mark, which you can watch on Amazon Prime.
I feel like I've seen that on, like, show up on there somewhere or heard of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a throwback to kind of like the Xena Hercules shows, only it's a little more earnest.
Yeah.
Than those. But I just feel like it's worth at least mentioning since we're not going to be able to cover it in depth, since they did take the time to contact us. And it looks great. Like the look of the show is really, they nailed the fantasy look.
Nice.
So that's very cool.
Nice.
I'm excited for this A24 fantasy thing coming out. The green.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Green Knight.
The Green Knight?
Yeah, the Green Knight. Who was in that again? It has some pretty big stars in it.
I don't know.
Like Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington,
Sam
for
Worthington.
Jake Sully?
Jackie Ogden.
Dr. Jackie Ogden.
Dr. Jackie Ogden.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Oh, yeah.
A killer bear.
Young Laura Dern.
A
Friendly bear.
A bear versus
Killer
an
bear.
orca.
All that.
Maybe they should put the grizzly on top of the orca, and then they can fight the sharks. Then the orca has a fighting chance.
It's Dev Patel.
Oh, yes.
Joel Edgerton.
Oh, love him. He's a great director.
Does he sort of look like Sam Worthington? Sometimes I feel like I might get them confused.
Joel Edgerton looks like a regular person to me.
Oh, okay. And Alicia Vikander.
Oh.
Vikander?
No, the Tomb Raider.
And Vikings.
Yerp.
There is and under that category.
She's a Viking. I didn't just say Vikings for no reason. I wanted everyone to understand.
We all understand.
Well, I don't know if maybe everybody doesn't know there was a show called Vikings.
Oh my god.
So somebody's out there. Why did Kelly say Vikings?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like most people were thinking that.
We were also contacted by a filmmaker, Skip Shea, who there's a movie called Trinity that you can on VOD. Again, this is just a case of not having time in the schedule to cover this officially, but I did want to, since we got a direct email from them about it. So check out Trinity, and you'll see it's probably, if you just want to go to the website, it's trinitythemovie.com. That's probably the best way to find exactly which Trinity to watch there.
It's the movie.
It is not the Holy Ghost.
The Holy Trinity.
Jesus and God. Is that the Holy Trinity?
Yeah, Jesus, God, Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost.
And we had a comment on your balls beard video.
Oh, yes, that's right.
It just said underrated. I thought you'd like to know.
I did, and I didn't respond to that email or text or whatever it was, but I was excited about that, and I meant to, and then I didn't. But thanks. I agree that it is underrated. I listened to it not that long ago. That comment is for me, honestly. It's not.
What do they call those? Sock puppet accounts?
Yeah, sock accounts. But I thank you, because I did listen to it recently, and I was also like, this is really good.
Well,
did we record that together?
Enjoy your own thing.
Was that here?
No, but I played it for you here. You recorded
okay.
a version, and then it got deleted or something happened.
It's okay if you didn't like it. You can just tell me.
But that's not what happened.
Okay.
But I did. Somehow I lost that version. But
They filed it under B for Bear.
and then
It got lost. Turns out George Clooney's in it too.
if you like, listeners, if you're a fan of those proggy, folky
Pierogies? Oh, I love those.
If you're a fan of pierogies or folky, proggy music, Jethro Tull, Led Zeppelin-y, Rush type stuff, I did a parody that's awesome.
Yeah, and some people get this podcast through YouTube.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people that listen don't know we have a YouTube channel. So if you do want to check out our YouTube, it's NOTLP Crew.
Yeah, we have a shit ton of videos, and not a shit ton, but we have several, and stuff like Balls Beard.
Yeah, guys, just like and subscribe.
Smash that like.
Smash it. Hi guys.
Smash that chocolate starfish.
I don't all I know about YouTube culture is, hey guys,
Like and subscribe.
That's all I know.
Put all my links in the info below.
Yeah, I'm too old.
They're making millions, so they're doing something right.
We fucked up.
There's some charming stuff out there.
We fucked up. But yeah.
But you know what's scarier than anything? The makeup community.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the tutorials.
Yeah.
Oof.
But all the muas out there.
Yeah, it's like they're very vicious toward each other. For some reason, I watch those like gossip videos about what's going on in the makeup community.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
it's
a bunch of mean girls.
Listen,
so it's probably good that we didn't get into that.
There's gossip about the YouTube makeup community.
Oh yeah,
that's like 50 tiers down from Hollywood gossip.
Yeah, they're trying to secure their bag. Am I
Get them
using this
coins.
correct? Get them coins.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to cut a bitch.
Step on some throats.
I love
to
this.
do it.
I love this cup.
You know where that's from? That's from Pandora, dude.
Yeah, that is you're drinking out of a.
Is this Jake Sully's cup?
It's Jake Sully's cup.
Navi glass. The Navi.
I feel good about that. The Navi know how to craft plasticware.
They do.
They make a
Or
good
glassware.
margarita.
I think this is plastic though.
The Navi.
Mm-hmm.
While Freddy's scrolling endlessly through his email for whatever reasons right now.
Well, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything.
He's answering some work emails while we do.
Why is it always on me?
We're just happy.
We're happy.
We're happy to be with you, listener. We're happy you're listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready to announce next month's theme?
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we doing
We're
the one we
doing
discussed?
Bad to worse, or also known as out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yes.
If you know that expression.
Where shit is bad and then somebody just
Starts off
pluses
bad,
it.
and then
A
it gets
classic
way worse.
example of this, because I don't think we'll be covering it, so I just want to use it as a template, is we often refer to From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, that went from bad to much worse.
Where they're in the middle of this crime spree. It's pretty bad.
It's bad, but they're gonna make it
And everything.
if they keep their fucking mouths shut.
Yeah. And then they end up in a den of vampires.
And they don't make it mostly.
And it is worse
Yeah.
than it was.
Spoiler alert.
But I have some interesting contenders for films that
I like the choices.
there's one of them I really like the sound of. I think would be a lot of fun if I can find it.
Do we want to say what our first one will be?
We won't. I don't think we've discussed
We haven't
exactly
discussed
what
it
the
yet,
selections
listener.
are.
We can't.
But I'm leaning towards. I'd really like to cover this movie called Chosen Survivors.
Yeah.
Which is about there's like a
It's
catastrophic event. Do you know this?
No, is it when a plane crashes on the border between Canada and the United States?
That's where
It's
you bury 'em,
Where
yeah.
do you bury the survivors?
It's kind of like that, except it's like where you pick your best and brightest in case there's a catastrophe and you want to put people in like a bomb shelter type of situation.
Okay, yeah.
So that's bad, right?
Yeah.
Here's the worst part. It turns out that the shelter
It's full of zombies.
is full of these rabid, aggressive bats.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think you sent this to us a while ago.
Yeah, I found it a long time ago.
Oh no, I'm super into this.
Yeah, I think it just sounds like a lot of fun.
That's sad. I love bats.
I do too. But
I'm super into that.
Do you
Yeah.
like rabid aggressive ones?
Yeah,
So
they're the best
so
ones.
cute.
All right,
if
we'll
I
try
can
to
find it, it might be on YouTube for all I know. It seems like one of those kind of movies. I think it might have even been a TV movie.
It sounds like one, doesn't it?
Yeah. It came out in the
1978, probably.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Chosen Survivors, 1974.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
oh, anyways, here, hey, in case you're curious, I have the trailer here. I'm kind of wondering.
Well, what if there's like no...
I bet a lot.
Oh, it's old.
May I have your attention, please? On behalf of the government of the United States of America,
The Purge is
I would
beginning.
like to welcome you to the beginning of the greatest adventure of your lives.
All crime is now legal.
Worldwide development of atomic weapons. A special government committee set into action a plan to provide for the continuation of the human race in the event of global thermonuclear war. You are here because we are now engaged in such a war.
The surface temperature is 214 degrees Fahrenheit.
The day of the individual in our world is gone.
It's prescient.
Destruction for people.
Everyone up there is gone. They're wiped out.
Goodness.
A perfect new computerized world. 1,758 feet underground. Perfect, except for something the computer forgot.
Except for those damn bats.
Shadow spots in the walls. If you can't see them and you can't hear them, how the hell are you going to fight them?
How did a bat get
How
down?
are the visuals, Freddie?
It looks good.
Just
Do they show
dig
the
a hole
bats?
and plant this
Yeah.
information. They found
I'm
caves,
soups into
converted
this.
them. Bats live
I
in
bet a lot of bats got injured on set.
It's actually very stylish. It kind of looks like the Andromeda strain.
Yeah,
So they're
I
either going
love
to
that
cannibalize
style.
each other
Like
or-
we should do a 70s like month.
I think you get the point.
It looks like it's available on YouTube. Is it
Yeah.
1974?
Yotobe.
Yotobe. So it looks like that's going to be. Do you just want to make that our first one?
Yeah,
Let's make it our first
we'll do
one.
that as our
Everybody
first
play
one.
along if you
All
want.
right.
It's on Yotobe.
It looks like it's free on YouTube.
Of all the places to choose, we're at the Rabid Bat Cave.
Yeah, I know.
I love that idea. Actually, like you have this like big political, like you have this huge like humankind kind of thing, and then it's like, oops, we didn't think about bats.
The one thing the computer couldn't handle was bats.
Yeah, I love movies from this era and of this style.
This computer was programmed to deal with badgers and wolverines,
but not bats. We didn't even think about bats.
We'll just send the orca down there.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add before we wrap up?
Eye patch orca.
If you want to contact us,
Yes,
crew
at
NOTLP.com. Facebook is NOTLP, so is Twitter. Instagram is Night of the Living Podcast. Please follow us there. YouTube is NOTLP Crew. And you can call us if you want, 513-666-0456. It's on our website. Go to NOTLP.com. NOTLP.com, and all of our contact information is there. And you
Our
can
routing
sign
number
up.
is
Our routing
04.
Sign up for the mailing list, because if you do, the GoDaddy. What was it called? Monkey Chimes?
MailChimp.
Sign up for our Monkey Chimes.
I like that.
You scroll down until you see Dracula. Sign up there.
I'm in charge of sending email to the mailing list, and I haven't done it in months. So you're never going to be bothered. But you might win the opportunity.
What do you send?
She doesn't send anything.
I'm just fucking with you.
I don't mail shit.
She's gonna email Jeremy.
I don't email shit.
He is gonna get that newsletter, but
you got a 3D printer, Jeremy. She's gonna email you the specs for that shirt.
Depression is a real thing, and it causes you to be a little procrastinating.
We're all dealing with our own problems. Eat my butt.
Procrastinate would be a great motivational character on a kid's show. Like
Would be.
teach you how to do things like when you should.
Like
It turns out Jeremy.
procrastinate.
Jeremy's depressed too, and the only thing that will make him happy is
more
that t-shirt.
But Jeremy
He wasn't
is-
depressed until this.
Jeremy is also. Last time we spoke was watching Deep Space Nine, so he understands that's why I'm too busy to mail your shirt, bro. Because I'm watching the last season of Deep
Yeah.
Space Nine.
We can blame Star Trek for that.
Yeah. But if you sign up for the mailing list, you get the opportunity to be a chooser of our third movie.
Most recently, Lauren Rosing chose the first season, Fleabag, which we covered last episode. And when you do, because the reason hers was kind of a different kind of selection is because we didn't have any rules during our last theme.
Yeah, she got the good month.
That's the really good, because you can send anything in for that. But
Whoever wins this next one, you're going to be limited to our theme, which is bad to worse, or out of the frying pan into the fire, or oh shit, Mira
Right.
Sorvino didn't really think through this bullshit.
Like, hey, I've been eating this cereal and it just turns out it's kind of stale. Oh no, there's a werewolf outside.
Or are going to say, like, has anybody seen my scab collection?
Or that.
Remember that old one? Mm-mm. It's like, hey, this cereal is real chewy.
Oh, I don't think I ever heard that.
Made me want to barf.
Yeah, that's gross. I didn't hang out with that gross of people.
Speaking of Patreon, we always say hi to our Beelzebubs at the end of our show because they make it rain on us.
Yeah, they do.
On our naked bodies.
We're constantly shaking our asses for these people.
They will get some of our old scabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ernie Perez.
Andy, you probably do have an old scab somewhere that you keep.
I have probably one scab somewhere.
Yeah.
It's this keepy scab.
It's a big scab.
So do you guys...
Ernie, hi.
Beelzebubs, Ernie, for instance, would you want us to start sending you a scab every year with your shirt from Andy's Scab Collection?
Scab a day.
No, you might not get it, though.
Alise Wallace.
Hey, baby.
I knew a guy in school, and you did too.
Alise Kombrinck.
We probably told this on the show before where he used a piece of his skin and a multivitamin to try to grow a clone in his locker.
We've mentioned this before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Hey, lady. I probably sent you dog hairs with your shirt. Everybody got that.
Probably everyone, yeah.
You got the special.
Now you can clone Millie and Elsa, probably.
Yeah.
Jeremy and Cassie.
Hi.
I'm starting to resent you, and it's not your fault.
Things just got awkward.
I resent you.
It's a weird chill in the room. We should all go out.
Because I hate myself.
Mark Watts.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
Blake Heath.
Blackie.
Bill Fahrner.
Yeah. In New
Billy
York.
boy.
Up in New York City.
New York
City.
Puts 2 kinds of cheese on his cheeseburger.
Airs of pudding on.
Pudding.
I have a special bond with Bill because we had a really good conversation when my dad passed away.
Yeah.
So, like, you guys actually, you mean a lot to us.
I would
Really true.
I would also love for there to be a brand called Pudding on Airs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And it's like pudding on top of like really fluffy marshmallow. Like,
Has anybody ever put pudding on a Ritz?
Probably.
Just because of the sound of the wordplay there?
Probably Chunk from the Goonies did that.
It was probably pretty good when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like chocolate pudding on a Ritz.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad. I'll put chocolate on anything.
Yeah.
I'll put a Ritz cracker on anything.
Pudding on a Ritz. So it's a tree and Alex McNulty.
They're the pudding in the proof.
Yeah, they are. It's like, hey,
My
with this
pudding.
proof came some pudding.
Iona Goodwin.
Ah,
You girl.
I always love that.
Are the
Iona.
best.
Iona, great one.
Because you have such a punny name.
Jeff Lancaster.
Hello, sir. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Governor.
Jeffrey.
Branan and Emily.
I don't know what's happening. Hello.
Also up in New York.
How many kinds of cheese do you put on your burgers?
I hope your kitties are good.
Aww.
Brandon's favorite pizza. His favorite New York slice. Domino's.
Well, him and Emily, whenever Emily and Fozzie would come to town,
Yeah.
the first thing they would get was fucking Domino's.
Domino's and Long John's for
Domino's
Fozzie.
is good.
They fixed it. I'll agree.
It's perfect.
It is very good.
They
now.
fixed it.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
Before that, yeah.
And then one day they made those commercials where they're like, "Hey, we're sorry, our pizza's so bad. We promise we fixed it."
I think it was actually Brandon and Emily who made me reconsider, and I was like, I'm gonna get some Domino's.
Yeah, and it's good now.
It's so good.
By Jove.
It's really good. Agreed.
You can judge me all you want.
Their gluten-free crust is really good.
And our newest Beelzebub, Todd to Pompa.
Dad. What part of the world?
Like,
That's a weird silence.
Todd.
What part of the world is Todd in?
America.
Merca.
That's a good question. He is in
When is your primary, sir? Ours is
Plantation, Florida.
I love Florida. Plantation, that's
the
over
name of
on
that's-
the East Coast, right? You're near Fort Lauderdale-ish. Am I getting this right at all?
I don't know.
What up, sir?
I don't know from
Plantation.
Florida.
I was born in Florida. I'm a native Floridian, so I feel a kinship.
Amy's Florida woman.
She's like Flo Rida.
In Florida, you Jeremy wouldn't need a shirt.
In Florida,
He can go wherever he wants.
in Florida, country listens to you.
We cut all the sleeves off of the shirts that we send to Florida.
Yeah. Why waste the time?
Sorry,
We're doing it
Todd.
for you.
Yeah.
I can make these jokes. You can't.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry.
We're being florists.
Floridiest. You're being trashist.
Well, then you don't get to talk about. You don't get to talk about how often the weather changes here.
Well, how long have I lived here, though?
I see.
I get both.
I
get
see.
both.
How
convenient.
Okay, you get a pass. I got you.
Thank you. I've been here since 1992.
I want lunch.
Oh my God, there are people listening to the show that weren't even born then. Ugh. Oh yeah, I'm hungry too. Let's go.
All right, guys.
Love you.
Thank you so much. See you next week.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed when his old buddy Leatherface put on Dawn of the Dead. And Igor made the nachos in a severed human head, and they enjoy the movie with their friends. David Kessler walks the streets of London